Radio. My name is David Matamoroz, bringing you coverage here of UCLA versus Pepperdine. Baseball live from Jackie Robinson Stadium as we get set to get underway here. Kai Laxa leading things off for Pepperdine on the mound for UCLA. Today will be the freshman Angel Cervantes. First pitch is high, misses, count 0-1. Excuse me, 1-0. Cervantes comes into tonight, 5.25 ERA on the season, 1.33 whip. Fires his second pitch. Can't find the zone. 2 balls, no strikes now for Cervantes. Cervantes, right-handed pitcher, 6'2", freshman from Linwood, California. Finally finds the zone there, 2-1. Cervantes, in a handful of appearances, has a record of 1-0. Last pitch against UC Irvine through 3 innings. Recorded 2 strikeouts, no hits, no runs. Fouled back into the net. Count 2-2. Kai Laxa leading things off for the Waves. Currently 3rd on the team in total bases. Swings at a pitch. This one over to second, on to first, and 1 gone here in the top of the first for Cervantes. Next up for the Waves would be Julian Nunez. Nunez, a graduate student from Encinitas, California. Previously played at San Diego City College. Now, in his 3rd season with the Waves, spent 2024 and 2025 with Pepperdine. Started 53 of 54 games last year and played in all 53 games in 2024. First pitch misses for a ball, the count 1-0 with 1 away. Cervantes comes home. That's a big swing and a miss there for the first strike against Nunez. One and one, the freshman facing off against a graduate student. Misses low, count 2-1. The 2-1 to Nunez. Again low, Nunez thought about swinging but didn't, count 3-1 now. 2025, Nunez was 3rd on the team, the .258 batting average. And 48 hits, scored 28 runs. The 3-1 swung on, fouled back. So that'll run the count full. Full count against Nunez. Cervantes fires the 3-2 up high. That'll be a free pass. A runner on now with 1 away. That's going to bring up the 3-hole hitter, Patterson. Daniel Patterson playing 3rd base tonight. Patterson leads the team in pretty much every statistical category, leads the team in slugging, runs, hits, tied for 1st in RBIs as he watches a pitch high. 1st in doubles, home runs, and total bases for the Waves. He's also the only player on the team to record a triple so far this season. Patterson swings, hits this one sharply past 3rd base. That's going to get into left field. He's safely aboard with the single. Runners on 1st and 2nd early here for Cervantes, only 1 away in the top of the 1st. Looks like we're going to have a little meeting on the mound. Next up to bat for the Waves is going to be James Delamico. So we'll talk things over with Cervantes. Cervantes out of Warren High School out in Downey, California. Set his school's career strikeout record with 310 Ks during his career down at Downey. Looks like we'll get a little breakup of this meeting, but highly touted prospect, national rankings. He was ranked the number 2 right-handed pitcher in the nation by Prep Baseball, the number 5 overall prospect in California. Decided to honor his commitment to UCLA, was originally drafted by the Pirates, number 50 overall in the second round, as he misses away on the right-handed hitter, count 1-0. But like I said, Cervantes making headlines, turning down nearly $2 million value for that contract with the Pirates in order to come play for the Bruins. Swung on this one, slapped the other way, and that's going to get down. One runner on his way home. One will score. The throw in, the cutoff man over to the plate, and 2 runs score. RBI double for Delamico, and he picks up where he left off against UML. Still just 1 out here. A runner on second now, and the Waves quickly up 2-0. So now it's the 5-hole hitter, Max Ade. The 6'4" senior out of Woodland Hills, California. Watches a pitch. That's outside for a ball. Cervantes has been having trouble locating these first pitches of the at-bat. He's been falling behind in these counts so far through limited action today. The 1-0 finally catches that outside part of the zone, 1-1. Max Ade played high school ball at Notre Dame High School here in LA. Decided to play at LA Valley College. That pitch misses for a ball, 2-1. In 46 games at LA Valley College, he had 323, 35 RBIs, 25 runs scored, and earned all Western State Conference honorable mentions. And transferred to St. John's. He played in 17 games, making 10 starts. And now here at Pepperdine for his second year, was here last year. Big swing and a miss there. Cervantes finds himself in a 2-2 count against Ade. The 2-2 count, 1 away here with the runner on second. Cervantes. This one, contact made, skied over to center field. Gasparino finds himself under it, no tag, 2 away in the top of the first. Next up to bat for the Tides, it'll be Joshua Woodworth. Woodworth from just a county over, Ventura High School, out of Ventura, California. Here in his freshman season, graduated in 2025. Looks at a first pitch, catches the outside part of the zone on the right-handed hitter for a strike, 1-0. Helped Ventura High School win league titles in 2022 and 2025. Now for the Waves, currently sits at 3rd in slugging on the team, as well as 3rd in total RBIs. 0-1, swung on, hit over to left field, but put away, and that ends the top of the first, but not before Pepperdine can tack on 2 runs taking an early lead here. The score 0-2, as we'll take a step aside and get set for the Bruins to take their first at-bats of the game. Bottom of the second now. Waves quickly up 0-2. Bruins looking to play some catch up here. On the mound for the Waves is going to be Arnold Wu, right-handed pitcher, stands 6'1". The freshman out of Taipei, Taiwan, played high school ball at IMG Academy down in Florida. So far on the season, he's only pitched 7.2 innings. ERA of 10.57. Up to bat, leading off for UCLA is going to be Dean West, the junior, hitting .247 on the season. Takes a look at a first pitch strike. West, part of that big junior class for UCLA. Out of Woodland Hills, California, played high school ball at Notre Dame High School as he slaps this one the other way but foul. Last year, as a sophomore, he emerged as a great leadoff hitter for the Bruins, set a UCLA program with 22 hit by pitches in a single season. Finished second in the Big Ten with 76 runs scored, only trailing Rock Chalowski, the guy standing on deck. Down in the count now, 1-2. West has played in every game this season. He started in all 19. This one hit over to short, can't field it cleanly, on to first. Not in time, Dean West safely aboard after the bobble by Nunez over on shortstop. So one on, they'll rule it an error. That's going to bring up the two-hole hitter, Rock Chalowski, slashing .368, 500, and .868. Pretty much second in most of the statistical categories on the team, just behind Will Gasparino in most of them. Hits this one sky high into the infield, but foul territory. Able to bring it in is Daniel Patterson. So the first pitch Chalowski sees, skies it for an out. Levi Lavu on, swinging from the left side of the batter's box. One away, a runner on first. And now where Chalowski ranks pretty much second in all the statistical categories on the team. Pickoff attempt not successful. Lavu pretty much third. Third on the team in average, slugging, RBIs, home runs, and total bases. But he leads the team in hits. He's sixth in the Big Ten in that category, also sixth in the Big Ten in RBIs. First pitch misses outside, count 1-0 on Lavu. Also part of that big junior class for this Bruins squad. Wu's 1-0. Swung on, belted into the outfield. Going back on it to the wall, and it's gone. A home run for Levi Lavu. Ties things up here at 2 apiece. Quickly here with one swing of the bat. We got ourselves a tie ball game, still just one away here. And next up, that's going to bring up another dangerous hitter in Roman Martin. That was Lavu's 6th home run of the season. And now base is cleared for the cleanup hitter, Roman Martin. Martin watches a strike fall in there. From Whittier, California, played at Servite High School. Just one of the many Trinity League players playing in this matchup for both sides tonight. The 0-1, that one high, 1-1. Martin has hit over 300 now in his 3rd consecutive season. If he could finish this season over 300, it would be 3 in a row. So he watches a strike in there down below the knees. In 2024, hit 304. Last year hit 316. So far on this season, hitting 352. Wu working with a 1-2 count. Swung on, hit over to first. Fielded cleanly. He'll take it to the bag himself. And now 2 away here in the bottom of the first.
Coming to the plate for UCLA, center fielder, number 9, Will Gasparino.
And now it'll be the guy pretty much leading in every category on this team. Will Gasparino playing center field tonight. Leads the team in average, best slugging percentage on the team, most RBIs, most home runs. Was briefly the leader in that category in the nation. Still within the top 15. As for the Big Ten, though, he is the leader in home runs. This one hit sky high over to first. Tracking it in foul territory is Delamico. Almost lost it, but able to glove it and put it away, but not before the Bruins can respond with a home run by Lavu, giving the Bruins back with an even slate. The score 2-2 when we come back for the 2nd inning. Angel Cervantes back out for his second inning of work. Didn't have the prettiest first inning, giving up 2 runs, but the offense came through for him in the bottom of the first. With things now tied up at 2 apiece. The hitter now for the Waves, Trey Dunn. Dunn comes into tonight 3rd on the team in batting average, hitting .286. Looks at a first pitch strike, count 0-1. Dunn came up big in the last series for the Waves. Hit 2 home runs over the 4 games. He pops this one up, shallow infield, and brought in. Now 1 away. Roman Martin covering things over at 3rd. Now the 8-hole hitter Nash Horton on for Pepperdine. Horton in his freshman season graduated in 2025 from St. Francis High School in Watsonville. Tries to lay down a bunt, but fouls this one back into the net. 0-1. At St. Francis High School, was a 2-time first-team All-State small school selection. In addition to playing baseball, he also lettered in basketball. Cervantes is 0-1. This one again fouled back. 0-2. Cervantes getting ahead of the count, something he struggled with so far through 1 inning. Slap foul again. 3 straight fouls on Horton. Count stays at 0-2, 1 away. Cervantes fires, and another foul. Fouled out of play. So 4 straight fouls for Horton. So far in his freshman campaign, Cervantes, one of the most decorated recruits in program history, making the start here on the midweek matchup. Gets a big swing and a miss there. Picks up his first strikeout of the game and retires Horton. 2 away here in the second.
Coming to the plate for Pepperdine, left fielder number 27, Danny Cook.
Rounding out the order is Danny Cook, 6'1", 185 sophomore. Hometown is Monument, Colorado. Played high school at Lewis Palmer High School. In 2025, he appeared in 41 games. He slaps this one back. Started in 32 of that 41. Got himself 38 hits. Finished with a .288 batting average, .336 on base percentage. Also picked up 8 extra base hits, 21 RBIs. So he looks at a ball high. And was named to the All-WCC freshman team. Hitting in the 9-hole, the strikeouts have been a bit of an issue for him. He leads the team in that category. Cervantes places a nice pitch on the inside, count 1-2. Cervantes set, comes home. Hit over to second, fielded cleanly onto first. And a nice 1-2-3 inning for Cervantes after giving up 2 in the first. We'll get set for the Bruins to take their second swing at things when we come back. Back to the action here in Westwood. Up to bat now for UCLA. It's going to be Peyton Brennan. Brennan on the season only hitting 186, standing at 6'3". The redshirt junior from Rockland, California, takes a big swing and misses. Count 0-1. Last year as a redshirt sophomore, missed nearly a month due to injury. They would perform greatly in the postseason for the Bruins. He takes a look at a ball, 1-1. And out of Rockland High School, arrived at UCLA as a top 20 prospect in California, number 4 ranked outfielder in the state. Really was more of a pure hitter, hit .391 in his junior year. As he smokes this one over to right field, that gets down quickly, and he's aboard with a single. So now a runner on first, no outs. That'll bring up the 7-hole hitter, Jared Hocking. Hocking on the season, hitting 111. In his senior year with the Bruins, he's been here all 4 years. Had a great season as a freshman, especially in these midweek games. During those midweek games, he slashed .435, .606, and .565 as he hits this one through the infield and safely aboard with the single. Runners quickly here on first and second. Already the third hit for Wu in the game. Score still 2-2. First pitch is in there for a strike on Consarinia. Case in Consarinia handling things behind the plate for the Bruins today. Playing in his sophomore year. Only appeared in 7 games as a freshman last year. Tries to lay down a bunt, pulls back. Count 1-1. Only 2 starts last year in his debut season in Westwood. Able to draw 4 walks. Again, shows bunt, pulls back. 2 balls, 1 strike. Looks like we're going to have a meeting on the mound. Auday's going to go out, talk to Wu. So far through 1 inning pitch for Wu, he's given up 3 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned due to the error. Gave up a home run, which brought in 2. Auday heads back behind the plate. So far this season for Consarinia has not found himself a hit, but on base percentage of .400. Shows bunt, this time able to lay it down. Fired onto home. That one just in time, but it'll move the runners over. And now 2 in scoring position with 1 away here. And it'll be Phoenix called to round out the order.
Coming to the plate for UCLA, number 36, Dean West. Coming to the plate for UCLA, number 4, Phoenix Call.
1 away, runners on third and second now for Call. On the season, hitting .308. On base percentage of .550, slugging .462. First pitch to call. That one bounces in the dirt. Nearly got away, but corralled by Ade. Didn't go far. 1 ball, no strikes. With runners on, calls hitting .250, but has not picked up a hit with runners in scoring position. Swings this one up the middle, and that's going to bring in 1 run. On the way home is Hawking, who crosses the plate, and now the Bruins up 4-2 here in the bottom of the second. Phoenix call with a 2 RBI single. And now the order is gonna flip, and Wu with 3 earned runs so far through this game. Looks like they're gonna talk to him. And it looks like Wu's night is gonna be over. The score 4-2 as we're gonna get a pitching change here. We'll come back soon. Coming in to replace Wu is going to be Jackson Pace, the right-handed pitcher. Stands at 6'5", 240. The redshirt junior, transfer from Oregon, playing in his 2nd season with the Waves in 2025. Made 5 starts, appeared in 16 games, totaled 23 2/3 innings, picked up 23 strikeouts, and finished with an ERA of .875. First pitch, bit too hot, count 1-0. Pace so far in 2026, 17.36 ERAs, made 6 appearances, only 4.2 innings pitched, giving up 7 hits, 9 runs, finds the strike zone, count 1-1. Played 2 seasons at Oregon. Utilized his red shirt in 2024 and 2023. Had a record of 2-4. As the runner goes, the throw on to second. Not going to be in time. Safely aboard is Phoenix Call. Now standing over and running, in scoring position. The count 2-1 with only 1 away. Two-one to West. Nearly gets away from all day, but able to keep it in front of him. Dean West in his last at-bat reached a board safely due to an error. Eventually crossed the plate because of the home run by Lavu. Looking at a 3-1 count. That one too high. And West is going to walk himself over to first. 2 on board here, only 1 away. As Jackson Pace walks the first batter he sees. Now Rock Chalowski in for his second at-bat of the night. Chalowski skied out to third in his last at-bat, swinging at the first pitch he saw. First pitch to Chalowski. Little check swing, but made contact. Hit shortly in the infield, flip on to first. Gonna be on time. A close play there made by the pitcher, Jackson Pace. Initially bobbled it, but a little flip on to first was just barely in time. 2 away here, runners on second and third. So Chalowski moves the runners over. Still, Chalowski's only seen 2 pitches in this game now. 2 outs. Now that brings up Mulivi Lavu. Hit that home run in his last at-bat that tied things up at 2. The score now 4-2 as he cracks this one into foul territory on the third base side. Lavu slugging .634. He's hitting .333 with runners in scoring position and hitting a whopping .400 with 2 outs. Takes a look at a strike. Things evened up at 1. Phoenix call standing over at third. Dean West on second. 0-2 count here with 2 away. Fouled that one back. Still 0-2 for Pace, trying to get out of the jam. The 0-2 misses low. First ball on Lavu. As a sophomore, Lavu was a statistical monster, finished second in the nation with 85 RBIs as he grounds this one weakly over to first. The flip on, again, barely in time. Pace beat him to the bag. And the Bruins go up ahead 4-2 as we get set for the top of the third. Kicking things off for the Waves is going to be Kai Laxa. Laxa in his last at-bat. Grounded out. It's not recorded a hit today. First pitch. Swinging, hits that one over to third. Fielded cleanly by Martin. Throws that one on to first for the out. Quickly one away here for Cervantes. Cervantes retired the side in order in the second. And quickly here already one out. The batter now Julian Nunez. Nunez walked in his last at-bat and eventually crossed home plate. First pitch catches the bottom of the zone for a strike, 0-1. Nunez, during his time at San Diego City College, was a two-time first-team All-PCAC selection. As he slaps this one the other way, that's going to get down. Making his way over to second, finally fielded by UCLA. Looks like he's going to hold up and safely aboard with a double. His fourth double of the season, and now a runner in scoring position with one away for Cervantes. Now the three-hole hitter Patterson. Patterson, 2022 to 2025, played at Westmont College. Part of the 2023 NAIA National Championship team there. Throw back on to second, no good. Just one away here with a runner on second for Patterson. During his time at Westmont was also named a NCAA D2 third-team All-American. Watches that one outside. One ball, no strikes. Patterson, a two-time All-Pac West selection, including first team in 2024 and third team in 2025. Also at Westmont, set the school single season records for slugging percentages, home runs, and total bases. Had 153 bags. The 1-1 swung on, belted into center field. Ranging back is Gasparino at the track, able to bring that one in. Two away here. Runner stays at second. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter in Delamico. Delamico drove in a pair of runs in his last at-bat. James Delamico has been dangerous for this Waves offense. Recently named the WCC Freshman of the Week. Looks like Cervantes is going to get a little talking to by the team, little meeting on the mound. We'll see what they're going to choose to do here. And it looks like that may be it for the freshman. We'll see. It looks like we are getting a call to the bullpen. We'll come back as we get set for the pitching change. So Cervantes' night is over. He'll go 2 2/3 innings, just 1 out away from matching his season and career high of 3. That was against San Diego State in the loss, but he comes out after giving up 2 runs, score 4-2. And in his place comes Jake Swenson. First pitch is a hit. The runner on the way from second, heading to home. No throw at the plate. And the first pitch Swenson throws is good for an RBI single. Max Aude saw the first pitch, ripped that one into right field. And the score now 3-4 as Pepperdine trails by 1.
For Pepperdine, number 9, Max Aude.
Excuse me, it was James Delamico on the RBI single. Now Max Aude up to bat. 6'4", 215 senior. Takes his swings from the left side of the batter's box. Hits this one weakly up the middle. Chalowski fires on to first. In time. That'll end the inning here, but not before Pepperdine able to come up big after a double and then an RBI single from the bat of Delamico. Your score 3-4 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd.
Leading off for the Bruins in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Cleanup hitter Roman Martin set to lead things off for the Bruins. Pitching for the Waves is still Jackson Pace, who came in that last inning, retired 2, only gave up a walk, no hits. Now back out for the bottom of the 3rd. Finds the strike zone, count 0-1 now on to Martin. Martin in his junior year, entering his draft-eligible season. He's a core piece of this #1 ranked UCLA offense. Swings over to 3rd, fielded cleanly. Throw to first is a bit high, but looks like he'll get the tag. Delamico reaching up for it. Able to apply the tag, not on the base. The throw was a bit offline. Nonetheless, 1 away here for the Waves, and that's going to bring up the 5-hole hitter Gasparino, who has been just so good for the Bruins in his last plate appearance. Flew out to first. Now taking his 2nd swing at things. Hitting .397. He has 11 home runs on the season, 34 RBIs. That one misses down low. Count 1-0 on Gasparino. Will Gasparino standing in at 6'6", and looks like he'd kind of belong in any sport. Kind of has that long build, could play really anything. He swings and misses. He's a junior out of Harvard Westlake. Came up pretty clutch in the weekend series against Michigan. Had a 2-out, 2-run double that provided all the scoring in Saturday's 2-0 shutout against the Wolverines. That one outside, count 2-1. One away, no on. Finished the weekend against Michigan with 4 hits and picked up 4 RBIs. Currently 5th in the Big Ten in batting average, 4th non-base plus slugging. Takes a look at a ball that just catches that outside zone on the right-handed hitter. 2-2. Projected as a top 50 prospect for the 2026 MLB draft. That one down low. Full count on Gasparino. He's gonna call time, gonna grab himself a new ball. Both these teams with 4 hits apiece. UCLA and Pepperdine have both taken a walk. Pepperdine 2 extra base hits to UCLA's 1. That was the home run by Lavu. Swing and a miss there. Gasparino strikes out, 2 away. First strikeout for this Pepperdine pitching staff. That's going to bring up Peyton Brenning for the Bruins. Brennan 1 for 1 tonight. Had a single in his last at-bat. Eventually crossed the plate. First pitch just inside. 1-0. Hitting 197 on the season. His last hit boosted that up a little bit. Hitting 174 with 2 outs. 1-0. Catches the inside top part of the zone. 1-1. UCLA so far 0 for 2 with 2 outs tonight. 1-1. Big swing, big miss. 1-2 on Brennan. Makes contact, but fouls it back into the glove, and Brennan is retired. Quick inning for Pepperdine as we get set for the top of the 4th inning. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to UCLA Student Radio. we'll get a pitching change here for the Bruins. It'll be Justin Lee in relief of Jake Swenson. Swenson came in with 2 outs, came in for relief for Angel Cervantes. Swenson gave up a run, but that run charged to Cervantes. Got the out, but already being exchanged for as this one hit softly to Chalowski on to first. 1 away here for Justin Lee. And that'll bring up the Pepperdine hitter and Trey Dunn. Dunn, a serious power threat, launched 2 home runs in the previous season against UMass Lowell for Pepperdine. Hit 1 on Thursday and another on Saturday. First pitch to Dunn, in there for a strike. Count 0-1. The pitcher Justin Lee, right-handed pitcher. Stands 6'3", 210. Finds the strike zone for a second straight strike. The count 0-2. Lee in his junior season, 3rd with the Bruins. He's really been a great bridge arm for UCLA. It's that one, check swing. They'll say he went around for strike 3. Strikeout there for Justin Lee, and the second batter he faces. Retires Dunn, and so that'll bring up Horton. Horton 0 for 1 on the night. Going back to Justin Lee, has really come up big in the bullpen as a bridge arm, sort of like a fireman for UCLA. Can kind of put him in any game and come out unscathed, any situation. First pitch to Horton, going to miss outside. In his sophomore season in 2025, Justin Lee, one of Coach Savage's most used arms, matched the team high with 30 appearances. Recorded 5 saves, earned himself 3 wins. As he misses with a ball to count 2-0. Started last season with 8 1/3 consecutive scoreless innings. So far in this season, as he lands that one in there, 2-1 the count. In 2026, 3.86 ERA, whip of 150. Opponents hitting only 200 with 2 outs against him. The 2-1, big swing. Gets a miss there, count evens up at 2. UCLA still out ahead by 1. The score 3-4. Pepperdine put up 2 in the first, none in the second, and then tacked on an extra run in the third. That one bounces in the dirt. Full count now. 2 away, facing the 8-hole hitter, Horton. Horton struck out in his last at-bat. As he looks at a full count here, the 3-2, fouled. This one back into the stands. And we'll do it again. Justin Lee, a local from Los Angeles out of Notre Dame High School, as is the case with a couple different players playing in today's game. That one misses outside. The full count turns to a walk. And a runner on first for Justin Lee. Retires the first 2 batters he saw, but gives up a free pass. And now the 9-hole hitter, Danny Cook, up for Pepperdine.
Coming to the plate for the Ladies, number 27, Danny Cook.
Cook out of Lewis Palmer High School takes that first pitch down by the feet for a ball. Count 1-0. In high school, hit .535 on his career. 48 hits, 24 stolen bases. helped his team capture district and region championships in 2024 and set the Siegel season records for hits and stolen bases in 2024, and was a member of the National Honor Society. Working with a 2-0 count here, 2 away with a runner on first. Lee fires, fouled back. I'll pick up the first strike on Danny Cook. Now a 2-1 count. Cook's hometown listed as Monument, Colorado, but was born in San Antonio, Texas. His brother Billy Cook debuted with the Pittsburgh Pirates in 2024. Slaps this one foul. Now 2-2. Outside of baseball, big fan of golf. And his goal is to get drafted and play professionally. The 2-2. Inside, beautiful pitch by Justin Lee for that third out. As we get set for the bottom of the fourth, Justin Lee comes in relief of Swenson. Puts on a runner, but able to strike out a pair as we get set for UCLA to bat. Don't go anywhere. Jackson Pace back out to toss another inning for the Waves. Here in the bottom of the fourth, the score 3-4. UCLA currently sitting with a 1-point lead. The Bruins undefeated on the road, but 2 losses on the season at home, coming against unlikely opponents in San Diego State as well as UC San Diego. Both of those games were earlier towards the beginning of the season. Since then, have really kicked things into another gear. UCLA, as this one is smacked way back off the wall in right field. Hawking on his way to second, and he's in there with a stand-up double. Jared Hawking reaches safely for the second time tonight. Now no outs with a runner on second for Kaysen Consarinia. Consarinia behind the plate for the Bruins. In his sophomore season from Chino Hills, California, played at San Dimas High School. First pitch, too high, 1-0. And UCLA, as I was saying, on an 11-game win streak, currently sit at 17-2, 6-0 in Big Ten play. As that one catches the top of the zone, looked a bit high, but count 1-1. And the Bruins off to their best start in over a decade. Currently sit at first in the Big Ten in multiple categories, including OPS, as well as total RBIs, second in home runs, just a few shy of Oregon. Third in total bases. Two-one count now. Pace comes home. Swing and a miss there. Consarenia. Now a 2-2 count. Got a runner on second after the double by Hawking. That one outside, no good. Count runs full on Consarenia. UCLA, the consensus #1 by all four major outlets. Just swept Michigan in the last weekend series, won 5-10, 0-2, and then 2-7. This one on the ground over to short. Fielded cleanly. First stretch and an out there. Nice play made by Delamico, reaching out for that ball. One away here. The runner stays put at second. And that'll bring up Phoenix Call for his second plate appearance. Had a 2 RBI single in the second inning. And it looks like they're going to go out, talk to Pace. We'll see if we get a pitching change here, but either way, Phoenix Call 1 for 1 on the night. And it looks like we're going to get a call to the bullpen for the Waves. We'll let him warm up, and we'll be back in just a second. So Jackson Pace comes out of this game, pitched 2 innings, a new season high for the redshirt junior. And in his place, it's going to be Pearson Howe, 6'2" freshman from Redondo Beach, California. First pitch, a little bit too much on that one, count 1-0. Playing in his first collegiate season, graduated with the second most single season strikeouts in program history at Bishop Montgomery High School. The 1-0. That one, again, misses. Just too much on that one outside. We get a little meaty on the mound. A day out there to calm down his fresh pitcher. Up to bat is Phoenix Call for UCLA. Staring down a 2-0 count. A runner on second. With runners on, Call hitting .400 on the season. When runners are in scoring position, he's hitting .250. One hit in tonight's contest. That was a single. Brought in 2 runs in the second. Also stole a bag when he was on. Count 2-1 now after the strike lands in there. Hawking over on second. On deck is the leadoff man, Dean West. (2-1), swung on. No contact there, but we'll get a strike. Count 2-2. Call, a member of that big junior class for the Bruins, like I've mentioned several times, out of Porter Ranch, California, at Calabasas High School. Hits this one sky high into center field. It'll be taken by the right fielder for an out. That was done settling under it. And now quickly 2 away here with Hawking standing on second. So the lineup will reset. That'll bring up Dean West. West so far 0 for 1 tonight. Reached due to an error and then walked in the second. He's been on base both times. On base percentage of .410. Howe can't find the strike zone. First pitch against the leadoff man. Count 1-0. This one slapped into center. Settling under it and putting it away is Horton for the Waves. So they'll strand the runner at second. The score still 3-4 UCLA up on the board. So we get set for the top of the 5th. Stay tuned. So we'll get a look at the 4th pitcher for UCLA tonight. It's going to be Zach Strickland in place of Justin Lee. Justin Lee came in last inning, retired 2, gave up a hit, and retired another. Clean inning of work despite the hit. So now Zach Strickland, the freshman from Maranatha High School. First pitch fouled back against the top of the order. Working against Kai Laxa, count 0-1. Second pitch down low. Strickland has appeared in 6 games for the Bruins. This one again, fouled back, count 1-2. Pitched 2/3 inning against Michigan. Only a strikeout, no hits, no runs. That game they won 7-2. Working with a 1-2 count. That one bounces and gets to the backstop. No one on board though, so count 2-2 now. And as a whole, UCLA in terms of pitching, pretty good team ERA, 4th lowest in the Big Ten, sitting at 3.40. Whip of 1.22, good for the 4th best, as this one is hit, trailing foul over there, the opposite way in right field. So we'll come back, do it again, count 2-2. They've given up the 5th least hits in the Big Ten, as well as the 3rd least runs. They have the 3rd most strikeouts. But the home runs have been a bit of an issue. They've given up 23. That's the 3rd most in the Big Ten. Besides that metric, pretty good in everything else. The count 2-2 on Laxa. Fouled back, looked like it might have gotten a piece of Laxa's foot. Appears to be fine. Count still 2-2. Another foul. 2-2 yet again. Strickland, 2.45 ERA on the season, 0.82 whip. Leadoff hitters only hitting 167 against him. Again, the 2-2 inside. Full count now on Laxa. Laxa grounded out in each of his last 2 at-bats. Full count. This one belted into the outfield. That's going to get down for a base hit. Laxa will stay put at first. Gasparino gets the throw in quickly. And one on board for the first batter that Zach Strickland faces. At the plate now, Julian Nunez for Pepperdine. Nunez in his 3rd season with Pepperdine, with the team in 2024 and 2025 after transferring from San Diego City College. Played high school ball at Classical Academy High School. Was a varsity player all 4 years. Takes a look at a ball below the knees. Was also a 4-year team captain. As a senior, he hit .306, scored 18 RBIs and .450 on base percentage. That one finds the zone, count 1-1. Came into tonight hitting .254 on the season. Runner goes, but that one's going to catch a piece of Nunez. And now runners on 1st and 2nd after the hit by pitch. Quickly, 2 on here, no outs. That's going to bring up Daniel Patterson, a dangerous hitter for the Tides. Meeting on the mound here. So Strickland comes into the game, gets a fresh inning, looking at the top of the order, gives up a single to Laxa. Now hits Nunez with a pitch. Daniel Patterson up to bat now. He's 1 for 2 on the night.
Coming to the plate for Pepperdine, number 8, Daniel Patterson.
Patterson, a senior. On the season, he's got himself 4 home runs. That is the team lead for Pepperdine. Looking at an 0-0 count. This one down, gonna get away and roll to the backstop. Runner's gonna move from first to second. Now second and third. 1 ball, no strikes here as the runners move on the errant pitch. And so far tonight, Pepperdine batting .400, 2 for 5, with runners in scoring position. With runners on, 3 for 8. That one catches the top of the zone. Looked a bit high, but count 1-1. Patterson singled in the first, flew out in the third. The 1-1. Over to third, Martin gloves it. Can't decide what to do with it. Throws home. And he's going to be safe at the plate. Bit of confusion there. Martin fielded it. The runner from third was a bit too far to go back to third. The runner for second took off. The runner from second made it to third. Martin tried to lay the tag down. And while he was doing that, the runner from third made his way to the plate. After the tag attempt, Martin threw it onto home, just wasn't in time. I think everybody's going to be safe in the score now, 4-4. Runners on the corner. Now we're going to get a visit on the mound. So far, not a great start to the inning for Strickland. Officially ruled that Patterson reached on a fielder's choice at third base. He'll be awarded the RBI. So Laxa scored. It'll be an unearned run. And Nunez advanced to third. So nobody away after the confusion. Now that'll bring up James Delamico. Even more dangerous batter than Patterson. So far on the night, Delamico 2 for 2. He's got 3 RBIs in the contest. A throw back to first. Not in time to check the runner. So things scored up here. Pepperdine scored 2 in the first. Put up a 0 in the second. 1 in the third. Didn't score in the fourth, and now 1 so far in the top of the fifth. Inside, catches the plate, 0-1. The count on Delamico. Delamico was a clear standout for the Waves in their last contest against UMass Lowell. In the second game of Saturday's doubleheader, he went 4 for 5 as he fouls this one back. Hit his first collegiate home run and had 3 RBIs in that game. Delamico, a freshman, played at Loyola High School, Los Angeles native. Also played for the Swedish U18 national team from 2022 to 2024. Swings at a ball high, and there's a strikeout for the first out of the inning. 1 away here. Runners on the corners. Now that's going to bring up Max Aday. Aude so far 0 for 2. takes a hack, but no dice to count 0-1. Aude flew out in the first, grounded out in the third. And for Pepperdine, as a whole, looking at their numbers offensively, the check down the first, no good. Rank relatively middle of the pack for most statistical categories, at least pitching-wise. Batting, they have the third least hits in the WCC. Pitch outside, they won't throw anywhere, 1-1. For batting, one of the worst teams in the WCC offensively. Like I said, third least hits, second least runs, second least RBIs. Strike two is in there, swing and a miss. Also have the lowest team batting average in the West Coast Conference. One and two now for Strickland. Gave up the tying run earlier in this inning. Working with one out, this one up the middle to Chalowski, able to glove it onto second, go to first, and they'll get the double play to get out of the inning. A hot shot to Chalowski, able to handle it, flip it on to second, and get the pair of outs. Halfway home now here in this one. Pepperdine ties things up 4-4. We will be back with the bottom of the fifth momentarily. And now we'll take a look at Cam Krogan, fourth pitcher of the night for Pepperdine. Right-handed pitcher playing in his junior season, third year with the Waves. He's appeared in 32 career games. He's totaled 22 2/3 innings with 16 strikeouts. It looks like he's going to have to face Rock Chalowski coming into the season, the #1 ranked prospect in all of college baseball. Takes a look at a strike, top of the zone, count 0-1. Chalowski made that inning-ending play at the top of the fifth just moments ago. Ball taking a weird hop, but he was able to flip it on to second for the double play. That one in, looks like it's going to get a piece of Chalowski. He's going to take a walk, so a runner aboard here quickly for the new pitcher in Cam Krogan. And now the 3-hole hitter up to bat for UCLA. going to be Mulivai Lavu, hit a home run in his first at-bat. One for two on the night, 2 RBIs thanks to the home run. First pitch is inside, 1-0. Pepperdine's pitching. It's not ranked very highly in the WCC, but second least hits in the conference, second least runs. Now working with their 4th pitcher of the night in Krogan. Krogan from Danville, California. This one slapped foul. 2-1. Appeared in 5 games in 2024 in his freshman year. Only 2 innings. And then in 2025, 27 games, picking up 20 2/3 innings. This one hit into right field. Chalowski on his horse finds himself at third, and now runners on the corners for UCLA here. No outs, and Cam Krogan quickly allowing 2 on. Lavu with his second hit of the night. Gonna set the table for Roman Martin. Martin on the season, hitting .357 with runners on board. .387 with runners in scoring position. That one outside. 1-0. Martin coming into tonight, the team leader in doubles, team leader in walks, but also tied for the most strikeouts on the team. In terms of Big Ten rankings, came into tonight 3rd in walks. Again, Krogan just misses outside, 2-0. In 2025 as a sophomore, Martin was definitely a dangerous hitter as he looks at a strike. Named the Los Angeles Regional Most Outstanding Player in the postseason. Hit .375 in the NCAA tournament. Team high 14 RBIs, including a massive grand slam against Arizona State. The 2-1, again, misses outside. Krogan missing these pitches just on the outside part of the plate. They count 3-1 in favor of Martin. Things all tied up at 4. Runners on the corners. This one slapped the other way, but way foul. Full count now on Roman. Played high school ball at Servite High School in Anaheim. Was a top-ranked prospect in California for his class. As a junior, was the Trinity League MVP, hit .473 on the season. And arguably one of the toughest high school baseball leagues in the Trinity League. As he takes a swing and a miss. That's going to be a strikeout for Krogan. Martin slow to walk away from the box. That'll bring up Will Gasparino, 1 away for Krogan. Gasparino 0 for 2 on the night. Flew out in the first, struck out in the third. Chalowski over at third, Lavu on first. First pitch he sees, he swings, hits this one to third, on to second, over to first. A double play to get out of the inning. And the Bruins gonna strand the runners on first and third. A big sequence of outs there for Pepperdine. They're able to get out of it unscathed. The score still 4-4 as we get set for the top of the 6th. Strickland back out there for his second inning of the game. Gave up one hit last inning. Drove in a run for the Waves. Brought the score up to 4-4. He'll be facing Woodworth to start off the inning. Woodworth 0 for 2 tonight. Swings at the first pitch he sees. Count 0-1. Joshua Woodworth represented Team USA, pitching for the U15 team. Takes a look at one high. In the 2022 World Baseball Classic in Mexico. In that tournament went 1-0 in 3 relief appearances. Swings, misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In high school was a 2-time perfect game All-American, Max Preps All-American, and a 3-time first team All-League Pitcher of the Year. That was in his junior year. As a freshman was the league MVP. Fouls one back, the count 1-2. Came into tonight 3rd on the team in slugging percentage and 3rd in total RBIs. Yet to pick up a hit in this contest. Strickland fires the 1-2, punches out Woodworth, and there's one away here for Strickland after a bit of a rocky start to the last inning. Now the 7-hole hitter Dunn, also 0 for 2. Trey Dunn slaps the first pitch he sees into center field. Gasparino. Looks like he came up with it. Looks like it'll get down. It will get down for a hit. So 1 on now. Trey Dunn aboard at first safely. Gasparino running on, tried to make the play. Able to corral it, but not bring it in for an out. Now Nash Horton taking a swing from the right side of the batter's box. First pitch he sees, hits this one weakly in the infield. Chalowski can't come up with it. Looks like they're going to rule it an infield fly rule. So now 2 away here. Nash Horton hit that one weakly into the infield. Chalowski gloved it initially but dropped it, but infield fly rule. Going to keep him from reaching. Now 2 away. 9-hole hitter Danny Cook up to bat. Pickoff attempt to no avail. Danny Cook playing left field tonight, 0 for 2. Grounded out in the second. Pops this one up. Chalowski ranging into shallow center field, puts that away. And the inning is over. UCLA set to bat up next. Don't go anywhere. Coming on for the Waves is Austin Plasinski, right-handed pitcher, standing 6'2", 195, the sophomore. Out of San Juan Hills High School in his second season with the Waves in 2025. Appeared in 25 games, 24 of those coming out of the bullpen. He gets set to face the designated hitter, Brennan. First pitch lands for a strike. Brennan 1 for 2 tonight. Had a single in the second, struck out in the third. Brennan on the season hitting 194. Hits this one sharply way back at the warning track. And that's gone, a solo shot for Peyton Brennan to lead off the inning. Brennan with an opposite field home run gives the Bruins the lead, 5-4 here. The first batter Plasinski sees gives up a home run. 5-4 now in the bottom of the sixth. Bruins out ahead. Now that's going to bring up a new batter in Hawking. Jared Hawking 2 for 2 tonight. Looks at a first pitch inside. Hit a single in the second, double in the fourth. Came across to score once. Too high, 2-0. Hawking gets on base about 39% of the time. Hits this one high and foul over on the first base line. Then we'll just get down in foul territory. He'll to make his way back to the plate, 2-1. Enters 2026 as one of the senior leaders on this team. Great defensively. Last year as a junior, he played in 39 games, 25 of those starting. He was flawless in the outfield. He successfully converted on all 40 defensive chances he saw without an error. The 2-1 up high. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hit 4 home runs last season. Swinging, hits this one again high in foul territory. And able to make the play was Del Amico, was up there against that railing just past the Pepperdine dugout up against the bullpen. Made a loud thud as he crashed into the fencing and one away here in the bottom of the 6th. So Hawking's retired. Now it's the catcher, Kaysen Consarinia. First pitch is a strike, 0-1. Consarinia still looking for his first hit in tonight's contest. Now went up and inside near the shoulder, count 1-1. Consarinia not just only looking for his first hit of the contest, but his first hit of the season. Ball down low, bounces off the plate. 2-1. The sophomore only appeared in 7 games in 2025. 2 of those starting outside, 3-1. At San Dimas High School, was a 4-year letter winner, 3-year team captain, named the league MVP of the Valley Vista League. That was during his junior season. Hits this one over to third. Patterson bobbles it, can't come up with it. No throw, and he's safely aboard at first. We'll see how they rule this. Most likely will be an error. But Concerina aboard at first. One away here in the bottom of the sixth. They will rule it a fielding error on Patterson. And now aboard for Phoenix Call, who's 1 for 2 tonight, has 2 RBIs thanks to his single in the second. Looks at a strike on the outside part of the zone. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 to Call. Fouls that one back into the net. Quickly down here, 0-2. Call hitting .333 on the season. OPS of 10-12, hitting .333 with runners on board. .02 pitch. Bit high and a bit outside. 1-2. Only 1 away, a runner on first. Call finished 2024, hitting .222. Takes a look at another ball. Last year hit .256 and 199 at-bats. So far, above the 300 point in 2026. The 2-2, swung on and missed. Strike 3 for Call, 2 away now. That'll reset the order now for UCLA. Dean West. Looks like Plazinski's gonna have a meeting here. So Plazinski gives up a home run, retires 2, and it looks like we're gonna get a pitching change. We'll be back in just a few. Pepperdine going to bring out a left-handed pitcher, Jack Fowler, on to pitch. The freshman out of Pleasanton, California. Played at Foothill High School. They'll have to face the top of the order, with Dean West up at the plate with a runner on first. West reached in the first due to an error, walked in the second, flew out in the fourth. Swings at the first pitch he sees, knocks this one into center, and put away by Horton. One pitch, able to get out of the inning for Fowler, but not before UCLA can tack on a run earlier in the inning. So we get set to start the seventh. Bruins going to go to the bullpen to start off the seventh. They'll bring in Jack O'Connor, the right-handed pitcher, a senior from Palos Verdes, California, getting set to start things off against the top of the order for Pepperdine. Inside, ball one. Kai Laxa at the plate. Picked up a hit in the fifth. 1 for 3 on the night. Jack O'Connor, a senior, finds the inside part of the zone, 1-1. In 2025 as a junior, finally able to put himself out there after missing 2 seasons due to injury. That one high, in on the hands, but lands for a ball, 2-1. 2025, O'Connor posted a team-best 167 ERA with a minimum of 20 innings pitched. Again, lands that strike up on the inside part of the zone. Count evened up at 2. O'Connor only allowed 5 earned runs across 27 appearances as a junior in 2025. The 2-2 swung on. He'll clip it, hit it down foul. Count stays at 2-2. And like I mentioned, due to injury, did not play in 2023 or 2024 in his freshman and sophomore years. Now in his senior season as a Bruin, making his 7th appearance. That one up high. count runs full on Laxa. Has not gone longer than an inning so far in his 2026 campaign. The 3-2 swung on, chopped foul over on the third base side. O'Connor in 2026 tossing a 3.60 ERA, 1.60 whip. And leadoff batters batting .250 against him. That one called ball 4. Gives up a leadoff walk to Laxa. And now a runner on in his first inning of work. Now the 2-hole hitter, Nunez, will come up. He's 1 for 1 today. Nunez came into tonight 3rd on the team in hits, 2nd in walks. First pitch is in the dirt. They'll throw that ball away. We'll get a new one. 1-0 on Nunez. Nunez powers this one over just shy of the warning track in left field. It was 1 away now. One gone, a runner standing on first for Daniel Patterson. The bottom of the last inning, Patterson with an error allowed a runner to reach. No damage came from it though as he looks at a strike on the outside, 0-1. Takes a big swing, misses. Quickly down here, no balls, 2 strikes. UCLA out ahead by just 1 run. The score 4-5 here in the top of the 7th. The 0-2. O'Connor misses outside. Peterson 1 for 3 on the night. But he does have an RBI in his last at-bat. It was a weird fielder's choice hit over to Martin at third. That brought in a run. Hits this one over to right field, diving, making the catch is Hawking. And now 2 away. Runner still on first. Patterson made good contact, but Hawking out there in right field able to track it down. And now the dangerous Delamico up with 2 outs. Delamico, 3 RBIs tonight. Struck out in his last at-bat, but RBI single in the first, and then brought in 2 runs with a double in the first inning. Oh, 0-1 count here, 2 away. Laxa over on first base. O'Connor's 0-1, misses high. O'Connor with the runners on. Batters are hitting 182. With 2 outs, they're hitting 333. Checks on the runner. One and 1. Delamico played at Loyola High School here in California. Takes a hack. Now 2 strikes on the freshman. Was a 2-time All-Mission League selection. Hitting .304 with 3 home runs, 13 RBIs as a senior. That was just last year in 2025. Runner goes. This one slapped the opposite way. Ends up in foul territory. Hawking couldn't quite range over. Runner forced to go back to first. Count still 1-2. Delamico back in the box. His father Kevin played on the Pepperdine Waves baseball team that won the 1992 College World Series. Both these teams just won College World Series victory. UCLA is coming in 2013. 1-2, misses down low. Count evened up at 2. Delamico came into the contest with a batting average of .327. Swings, gets a piece of it. Still 2-2. Just 1 strike, 1 out away from getting out of the inning for O'Connor. This one hit in the infield, second base, able to corral it and throw it onto first is call. So they'll get out of the inning, stranding the runner at first. Not go anywhere as we get set to stretch here, heading towards the bottom of the 7th. Leading things off for the Bruins here in the bottom of the 7th. Going to be the 2-hole man, Rock Chalowski. Chalowski pretty much second on the team in most statistical categories, second in average, second in slugging, second in RBI, second in home runs, total bases, walks, but third in hits. Trailing behind Will Gasparino in almost all of those categories. In terms of Big Ten stature, sitting at third in slugging in the conference. Second in home runs, he has 10, just 1 behind Gasparino, who leads the Big Ten in home runs. Has crossed the plate more than anybody in the conference. First in runs. He's got 3 RBIs, third in RBIs, third in total bases. First pitch, misses for a ball, 1-0. Chalowski hits this one weakly over to short, on to first, and 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Schlowski has not picked up a hit in the contest tonight. Bit different from his weekend against Michigan. Really was the engine of the offense against the Wolverines. Was 7 for 11 over the 3 games. Had a home run and 5 RBIs. So now it's 1 away for Lavu. First pitch is in there. Count 0-1. Lavu 2 for 3. 2 RBIs. Takes a look at a ball. 1-1. And whereas Schlowski ranks second on the team in most stats, Lavu ranks third. Third in average, slugging, RBIs, home runs, and total bases coming into tonight. But he does have the most hits on the team. Out of Huntington Beach, California, attended Ocean View High School, working with a 2-1 count here. Hits this one the other way into the outfield. Corralled easily by Cook. And now 2 up, 2 down. That's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, Martin. Martin 0 for 3 on the night. Struck out in the 5th. And then a pair of ground outs in the 1st and the 3rd. First pitch on Martin. Misses on the inside part of the plate to the righty. 1-0. Martin hitting .338 on the season, but .370 with 2 outs. Similar miss there, wanted that inside part of the plate. 2-0. Two away, no on. Fowler fires. Big swing. This one down the line, but foul. Pulled that one along the 3rd baseline. Got all the way to the wall. Took 1 hop, but out of bounds. Two-1 on Roman Martin. Fowler fires. That one misses again. 3 balls, just 1 strike on Martin. Looking to get something started here with 2 outs. (3-1). Fouled back behind the plate, but it'll make its way over the netting and just past the stands. Martin stepping back into the box, working with a full count here. That one just high, and he's going to take a walk. Martin adds to his team-leading walk total. That's his 19th of the season. And there's going to be a runner aboard for Will Gasparino, the dangerous hitter, but he too 0 for 3 tonight. The usually great hitters for UCLA. A lot of them are 0-3. Dean West, Schlowski, Martin 0 for 3, as well as Gasparino looking to change things here. Drops in for a strike. First pitch on Gasparino. Gasparino standing at 6'6", so tall. Such a long strike zone. Gasparino with 2 outs, .379 average on the season, .405 average with runners on. Misses, swinging at that second pitch. Quickly down here, 0-2. Gasparino, in his last plate appearance, hit into a double play. Before that, struck out in the first, flew out. That one down below the knees, but just inside enough to strike out Gasparino looking. So Martin gets aboard with a walk with 2 outs, but Gasparino striking out. Looking at that pitch, the score, still UCLA out ahead 4-5. So we get set to start off the 8th.
Taking some more information, visit UCLABruins.com/ticket.
Bruins going to bring in a left-handed pitcher in Ian May to start things off against the left-handed batter, the only left-handed batter in the lineup for Pepperdine in Max Day. Day steps in. Looks like they'll actually pinch hit for a Day. Didn't want to take that lefty-lefty matchup into the game for a Day. Going to be Finley Buckner. Swinging from the right side. Lands in there for a strike. First pitch by May is good. So Buckner now in place of Max Day in order to get the favorable matchup. Count 0-1. That one a little bit too much on it, way outside. Count 1-1 now. Finley Buckner, redshirt sophomore out of Oak Park, California. So far in 2026, hitting only 189, 53 at-bats, has appeared in 16 games, 10 hits so far on the season. Last year at Pepperdine, started the first 4 of 5 games. Only appeared in 5 total games. That one narrowly misses. Count 3-1 for May, working against Buckner. So Buckner only played in 5 total games before taking a medical red shirt for the remainder of the year as he fouls this one back. Prior to being at Pepperdine, Buckner was up in the Bay at Cal Berkeley. Spent 1 season there. Now in his redshirt sophomore year, but 2nd season with Pepperdine, 3rd season of collegiate baseball. On the other side of things, tossing to him, the new pitcher, Ian May, a redshirt senior. Came in clutch for the Bruins a couple of times last year as this one's hit on the ground over to Chalowski. Chalowski fires on to first, 1 away. after the count fell full. Excuse me. So one away for Ian May. Really, this season has emerged as a shutdown reliever, one of Coach Savage's most reliable high-leverage arms. Coming into today, sporting a 3.29 ERA, 121 WHIP. Really has been a strikeout machine. 12.46 Ks per 9 this season. He has 12 strikeouts in 8 2/3 innings pitched. Looking at an 0-1 count here. May comes home with the 0-1, swinging and missing. Count quickly falls to 0-2. The batter for the Waves is Woodworth. Woodworth, the DH, 0 for 3 tonight. Struck out in the 6th, grounded out in the 4th, flew out in the 1st. O2 just gonna hack at that one, get a piece of it. Count still 0-2. Looks like it would have been a ball, but Woodworth trying to protect the zone. Ian May appeared in the series finale of the sweep against Michigan on March 15th through a perfect inning with a strikeout to help secure the Bruins' 11th consecutive win. So far in 2026, holding opponents to a microscopic 123 batting average. Originally started his career out at Cal Berkeley, 2022 to 2024. Spent 3 seasons at Berkeley. Big swing and a miss there, and a strikeout for Ian May, and there are 2 gone here in the 8th. And the other day, I was actually wondering the origins of why we call a strikeout a K. So I looked it up. Henry Chadwick, known as the father of baseball, a English-born journalist in the mid-1800s, originally covered cricket but became fascinated with the sport of baseball, began writing about it in New York. First pitch falls in for a strike. May working with the 0-1 count now. Chadwick is credited with the invention of the modern box score and many of the stats we use today, like batting average and ERA. And so he was assigning letters to each of the statistical categories, and each one kind of worked with one letter. You got H for hit, R for run, but ran into a problem. He wanted to use S for strikeout. He had already assigned S to sacrifice for things like sacrifice hits, sacrifice flies. And so at the time, the common term for striking out was struck, and he really liked that sound of the K at the end of the word struck. Thought it was prominent, decided to use it for strikeouts. And the reason why striking out looking is backwards is because it was way less common to strike out looking back in the day. Usually, you'd at least give it a try and swing. So we decided to stick it backwards for guys that fell looking. Count 2-2 now. May looking to maybe pick up another strikeout. He's got 2 outs so far through this inning, no runners on. That one misses for a ball. The count runs full. Three and two. The hitter, Trey Dunn, he's 1 for 3. His hit came in his last at-bat in the 6th, where he reached due to a single. He also has 1 strikeout so far and a fly out. Takes a chop at that one. They're going to say he goes. The check down not in favor. The second check down that has resulted in a strikeout for Dunn so far tonight. Ian May faces 3 batters, gets 3 outs, including 2 strikeouts. Big inning of work for the left-handed pitcher. So we get set for UCLA to bat here in the bottom of the 8th. Waves going to go to the bullpen yet again in this one. But what could you expect from a midweek matchup between these two teams? Only one game will be played this year between these two teams. Waves going to throw out Lucian Wexberg, right-handed pitcher, standing at 6'5", 230 pounds, graduate student from Camarillo, California. Played at Adolfo Camarillo High School, getting set to take his first stab at things here pitching. Last time he pitched was on the 14th against UMass Lowell. They ended up losing that game. He went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, struck out 1. He lands his first pitch, 0-1 the count. Wexberg pitching to Brennan, the DH, who having himself a pretty good night so far. He's 2 for 3. Crossed the plate 2 times, drove in a run with his solo shot in the 6th. Good for his 3rd home run of the season. The 1-1, too low. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Lucian Wexberg was with Pepperdine in 2025, played 6 games, made 2 starts, pitched a total of 9 innings. This one hit over to third and past the diving arm of Patterson on his way to second. And Brennan safe with a stand-up double after a little bobble by the fielder Cook. And safely aboard with the double to start off the inning. So a runner aboard here to start things off in the bottom of the 8th for the Bruins, and now up to bat. Going to be Jared Hawking for UCLA. Hawking playing right field tonight. Hawking also having a pretty good game. He's 2 for 3. Came in for a run once. In the 2nd inning, was aboard via a single. The check back to second. He'll toss it, but Brennan back in safely. Hawking also reached with a double in the 4th, and the 6th he flew out, hitting .250 on the season. Shows bunt, pulls back. 1 ball, no strikes. Hawking only 3 hits on the season in 12 at-bats. Shows bunt, makes contact, but foul. 1 and 2 now, all out of bunts. Slugging .333 with runners on. He's hitting .200, but has not found a hit when runners are in scoring position. So far tonight as a team, UCLA only 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Lays down a bunt with 2 strikes over to first. They'll get the out, but the runner moves from second to third. 1 away here after the bunt by Hawking moves Brennan over from second to third. So it looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter here. So in place of Kaysen Consarenia, Aiden Espinoza going to come into the game, take his first swing at things. Aiden Espinoza, the redshirt sophomore from Huntington Beach, California, played at Huntington Beach High School. Took a redshirt as a freshman in 2025 with UCLA. Excuse me, took a redshirt in 2024 as a freshman with UCLA. Did not appear in any games last year in his redshirt freshman year. Showed some efficiency in limited action, appeared in 13 games, and actually hit a crucial 2 RBI double in last year's victory over Pepperdine. So we'll look to see what he can do tonight against the Waves, facing them again. Looking at a 2 ball, no strike count. Runner on third, only 1 away here. Looks like we'll call time here. It looks like Espinoza is going to make his way over to first. Pitching coach coming out. Not sure if we'll get a pitching change here. Looks like he's just going to talk to his guy. And so Espinoza was intentionally walked. Very interesting to see there. So a free pass awarded to Espinoza. That'll put the double play ball into effect as we get done with this mound meeting. But the score 4-5 UCLA. Currently just edging out Pepperdine, by 1. Bottom of the 8th. Getting back to the action here on the mound, Lucian Wexberg. So far through 1/3 inning pitched, he's given up a hit. Now giving up a walk, the hit being a double. Brennan standing on third. Now Espinoza standing on first, and that's going to bring up the 9-hole hitter, Phoenix Call. Call 1 for 3 tonight. But got himself 2 RBIs thanks to his single in the first. Tries to lay down a bunt down the first base line, but he'll head foul. Oh, 1 count here on Phoenix Call. With runners on call, he's hitting 286. When runners are in scoring position, he's hitting 200. A chance here with runners on the corners. Pulls back his bunt. That one too high, count 1-1. Call hit 222 in his first year in 2024, and then 256. Now hitting above 300 for the first time in his career. Runner takes off, but no throw at second. And now no double play ball in effect. Big steal there for the Bruins. The count 1-2. A runner on third, a runner on second. That one drops in there for a strike. Beautiful pitch there. And now 2 away as Phoenix Call takes a look at a called strike 3. Now the order will flip over. Dean West, the leadoff hitter, 0 for 3 today on the season, hitting 237. Opportunity here with runners in scoring position with 2 outs. First pitch is just inside on West. West playing left field tonight. Gets on base about 40% of the time. The 1-0 outside misses. First one was inside. Now that one too far out. Dean West with runners in scoring position, hitting a pretty good 375. But when there are 2 outs, his average dips down to 154. The 2-0, thought about swinging, able to hold up, and now finds himself in a favorable count, 3-0. Good job of working the count in his favor. 2 outs. On deck is Rock Chalowski. As Dean West draws himself a walk, and now bases loaded for the dangerous Rock Chalowski, who does not have a hit in tonight's contest. Chalowski already with a couple multi-home run hits this season. Also has a couple of grand slams. Chalowski with a fresh count with the bases set up. Slaps this one up the middle right to the second baseman, on to first. Chalowski, first pitch he sees, can't come up big for the Bruins. Bruins still with the lead though, out ahead 4-5 as we head to the top of the ninth inning. Bruins looking to maybe close things out here on the Waves. We'll see in just a moment. Top of the ninth inning here, in a big spot for Ian May, back out for another inning. Finished that last inning having allowed no hits, no runs, struck out 2. Ian May has been such a reliable arm for Coach Savage, and they're bringing him out here trying to close things out against the Waves. Too high, misses, count 1-0. Also a change at catcher for UCLA. They'll bring in Duggar, now back behind the plate. The 1-0, slapped the other way, high, shallow, and it'll get down. A single after the shallow pop-up. Finds some no man's land grass over there in shallow right field, and one aboard here. And that's going to bring up the 9-hole hitter, Danny Cook. Ian May kind of just walking around back behind the pitcher's mound. Finally back up onto the dirt. Ian May gave up no hits, now giving up a hit in the first batter that he sees to start off the ninth. Coming in to this inning, Ian May with an impressive 19 Ks on only 14 2/3 innings pitched. He's also given up 14 hits, only given up 5 runs on the season. He's given up 2 home runs, 2 doubles. Looks like we're going to get a change in hitter here. It was supposed to be Danny Cook up at the plate, but in his place, looks like going to be number 4, Joe Cardinale. So Dan Cook comes out, on comes Cardinale. Shows bunt, tries to lay it down, bounces that one foul. 0-1 here, runner standing on first. Cardinale, the redshirt junior, previously played at College of San Mateo. Played 1 season with Pepperdine last year in 2025. Played in 52 of 54 games, 49 starts in center field. He hit .250 the .325 on base percentage. He's showing bunt again, pulls back. That one misses the zone, 1-1. At College of San Mateo, he was a Golden Glove nominee, hit .347, 490 on base. Finished with 46 hits, 45 runs, 34 RBIs, 36 walks. Lays down a bunt, this one perfect, right in front of the catcher, onto first. Bit too low, cannot corral it. Is the first baseman, Lavu. The throw by Duggar just hopped a little bit in front of Lavu. It was a hard ball to glove, would have been in time. But instead, there are no outs, runners on first and second. So May finds himself in a spot here to lead off the inning, gave up a weak, shallow pop fly that found no man's land grass. And now Cardinale reaching on and throwing error by Duggar. Ruled as a sacrifice bunt, reaching on an error. So Horton stands over at second. Cardinale on first, and that'll reset the lineup with Laxa. Set to get things going here. He's 1 for 3 on the night. He walked in his last at-bat in the 7th, picked up a single in the 5th. Now Ian May trying to do some damage control and some recovery here. Shows bunt. Can't make contact, but it falls in for a strike. Ian May, the left-handed hitter, having to face a full lineup of right-handed hitters for Pepperdine. They had one left-handed hitter earlier in the contest, but swapped him out for a righty. Laxa showing bunt. The pitch. Bunted foul back into the net. 0-2 quickly now for Laxa. Kai Laxa previously played at West Valley College from 2023 to 2025. Was a first-team All-Coast South selection in 25. And he helped the program reach the best stretch in school history during that time. They finished state runner-up both years, 24 and 25. He'll check on the runner. May throws to second. He'll get the ball back. 0-2. Laxa, yet another product of the Trinity League, played at J. Sarah High School. 0-2, shows bunt, pulls back, that one way high. Now 1-2. May with runners on first and second, working in a sticky situation. The left-handed pitcher gets set. Laxa showing bunt with a 1-2 count. May fires, lays down the bunt right in front of the catcher. Duggar throws to third. They'll take the force out to get the lead runner. Nice heads-up play there by Duggar, the catcher who came in just in this inning, made the error on the previous throw. And they'll take the out at third. One away here. Runners stay at first and second, so nobody moves. And now the two-hole hitter, Julian Nunez, up to bat. So far, Nunez tonight, 1 hit on 2 at-bats. He's crossed the plate 2 times. He walked, also has a double. No RBIs for him tonight, though. First pitch he sees. That one drops in there for a strike. Nicely located pitch there by Ian May, down around the knees. Ian May pitching a 3 flat average on the season ERA. This one hit into center field, and it looks like it'll get down, just shallow center field. Runner heading to the plate. The play way in time. And 2 away here, the throw. In time, lots of time. And no run will score. Umpire's going to have a little meeting about it. Not sure what they're talking about, but as it stands now, the throw in from center is good, way on time. So looks like we're going to take a little break here. Looks like the umpires will go to further review to check this play. We'll have the results when we come back. So it looks like the call on the field will stand. Runner is out at home. So now runners on first and second. So what happened was Nunez singled to left center. Cardinale advanced to second. Horton advanced to third, tried to make his way home, but was thrown out. Gonna get a little meeting on the mound here for Ian May. He's got two away. Runners on first and second. Take a look to see if his night is over, if they'll let him try to get one more. He's pitched 1 2/3. And it looks like he's going to come out. So a pitching change here for the Bruins. Just need one more out to finish off the Waves. We will be back soon. So now the 7th pitcher of the game for UCLA and potentially the last. Cal Randall, right-handed pitcher, a junior, comes into the game. Just needs one out. Got runners on first and second. Trying to put the nail in the coffin here for the Bruins over the Waves. In his junior year, usually a middle relief pitcher for the Bruins. Looking to close things out here Lands the velocity in there, 0-1. Has some elite speed on his fastball. Currently leads all Bruin relievers with a minimum of 5 innings pitched in strikeouts. Staggering 4.2 K per 9 ratio. 0-1. Just a bit too high. Working against Patterson, the 3-hole hitter for the Waves. Patterson so far tonight, 1 for 4. Had a single in his first at bat. Also has an RBI. Catches the outside zone, now 1-2. Cal Randall just 1 strike away from putting the nail in the coffin for the Bruins. Randall's 1-2, swung on, chopped, foul over the net. We'll do it again, 1-2, 2 away here. Runners stand at first and second. Randall fires home, swung on and missed. Strike 3, out number 3, UCLA puts this one away, 4-5 in the top of the ninth. Cal Randall comes on in relief, just needed an out, got it for the Bruins in a game that was much closer than I think a lot of people would have expected, 4-5. UCLA gonna improve to 18-2 on the season. The win streak moves to 12. Like I said, the best start in over a decade for UCLA. Pepperdine gonna fall to 4-16. Gonna lose their 1-game win streak. They're now 1-9 on the road. All-time matchup gonna move. UCLA now leads 69-42 with 4 ties dating back all the way to 1955. But a big performance by the unusual suspects. You look at the guys who got hits today. Dean West 0 for 3, Chalowski 0 for 4. Lavu, one of the usual suspects, but 2 for 4, had a home run. Martin 0 for 3, Gasparino 0 for 4. Brennan and Hawking came up big, 3 for 4 and 2 for 3 respectively. So a big night for, like I said, the unusual suspects. So that's been the game. Final score 4-5. Bruins pick up yet another victory, the #1 team in the nation for a reason. Thank you for listening. My name is David Matamoroz with UCLA Student Radio. Thank you for joining.